G'day ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another Bitcoin video. Today we are looking into a long-term price target for Bitcoin. My target for Bitcoin for the 2025 bull market peak. This is basically what I'm looking at for the next cycle's top. Very interesting video, very engaging. A lot of people like to see these long-term targets. The reason why I'm making a fresh video on this is because I made a video on it around 2 to 3 months ago, and the target for that one has been slightly adjusted based on some slight changes I've made to the mathematical formula surrounding the prediction. And so I'm going to show you guys those slight changes today and show you my new price target and how I got to that level. Before we get into it, we have seen in Australia, Binance get kind of a bit dodgy when it comes to Australian derivatives trading, when it comes to Australia's futures trading. A few of my VIP members specifically, accounts have been shut down on futures trading. And Australia's been basically under a pretty strict regulation regarding futures recently. And so BitGet, in wake of this, in the light of this, is offering a promotion to Australian users. If you're an Australian, you live in Australia, you're an Australian resident, and you sign up to the BitGet exchange using my referral link and you deposit 500 USD into your account, you're getting 50 USDT for free. And if you deposit 1,000, you're getting 100 USDT for free. That's for the first 200 new members only. So rush in and get that. That is literally free money there in form of bonuses. Obviously some terms and regulations do apply, but ultimately that's free money there. So go ahead, if you're Australian, sign up to BitGet, use my referral link. And obviously if you're not Australian, you can still do that. You just won't get that specific promotion. You'd still get a 15% discount on trading fees forever. So BitGet exchange, best exchange in the market. Binance is a complete joke. The amount of money I lost on Binance in 2021 due to internal errors with currency exchange rates, etc., is ridiculous. Get off of Binance. It's a trash exchange. And get on BitGet, which is an actual decent exchange. Use my referral link. Anyway, guys, into the video straight up. All right, so we have established on Bitcoin that we're in a 4-year cycle. Everyone knows this by now. The people who don't know it are literally just denying the facts. The fact of the matter is we've seen 3 separate cycles, which means we've seen 3 separate bear markets and 3 separate bull markets within 6 separate micro trends, showing us that there is a clear cyclical pattern on Bitcoin. The Bitcoin pattern is this. Every 4 years, we see a bull market, and the 3 years in between, 2 years of accumulation and 1 year of downwards bear market. We have finished our year of bear market. We are now in our year of upwards accumulation, right? And we've got next year to complete the accumulation, and then 2025 will be the blast off zone. That is what we've seen on 3 occasions. And it's what 2 occasions fully, and that's what we're going to see again on this occasion, most likely, as we have bottomed out as per the 4-year cycle and topped out as per the 4-year cycle, even in wake of this recession or whatever. So I want to quickly say, before I even get into the predictions whatsoever, for the people in the comment section who are going to say, "Oh, Wolf, but you're not taking into account the recession." I am very much taking into account the recession. I've made multiple videos in the past regarding that point. My points are very clear. Even if the S&P 500 goes down, I still think Bitcoin will not see a new low. This is because I think Bitcoin in a recession will be connected to something like gold, as the fundamental values of Bitcoin and cryptocurrency are more related to that of gold, and gold doesn't necessarily react as bad in a recession as people think it does. I also think that Bitcoin is reverse correlated to the DXY rather than directly correlated to something like the NASDAQ or the S&P. And on top of this, I think we can't discount a 12-year trend based on speculation about how Bitcoin's going to react to a recession when we've never seen a recession on Bitcoin before. 3 main points there. There is a video, I did that in depth about 2 or 3 weeks ago. You can go through my channel and check it out. I think it's called 3 Reasons Why the Bottom's In or something like that. But yeah, you can check that out if you're interested in that topic. But without further ado, let's get straight into the price targets here. I know we've had a big introduction there, but all that information is very relevant. I would like to say quickly, sorry, just before I get into it, I am, if you're interested in when we're going to get above 30K, which is probably a more topical question because that's closer, I did briefly cover that in yesterday's video. I believe Bitcoin will be in the mid 30K region at the least by the end of 2023, and that ultimately is a topic for another video, but it's based on multiple things, such as compression on the bull market support band between the 200-week SMA, which is coming to an end around August 2023. Therefore, we'd have to make a macro move in August 2023. I think that macro move will be upwards. It's also coming from the fact that, generally speaking, from the bottom to the halving, we generally see quite a large gain. And even if we took the most conservative estimate of 200% from bottom to halving, we would still be up in that mid 40K region by the middle of next year. So mid 30Ks by the end of this year is very much attainable. So yeah. But that's obviously there's more to it than that, but that's a topic for another video. I want to dive into this. It's been 5 minutes. We haven't even started. Okay, let's get into it, guys. Sorry about that. Okay, so 4-year cycle date range trend. You can't really use the 4-year cycle to make price targets necessarily, okay? But I'm doing it. And I'm doing it because it's the only thing we can really use. Now, there is, in my opinion, sufficient data to go off to make rough targets, and so it's worth keeping in mind this prediction is rough. It's not an exact prediction. It's not based on exact data, and I would like to see some more data points before we can start making real exact predictions. But it is rough, and so it's worth keeping in mind. It's just a rough target. Give you an estimate of what's really going to happen, a rough guideline, right? So my prediction is this. I think that the bottom is in at 15.4K. Okay, I think that. I believe the bottom is in 15.4K. That will be 100% fully confirmed if we break 28.6K. So until that happens, this is up for speculation entirely. However, I believe it is, and so assuming the bottom is 15.4K, I believe the top on Bitcoin in Q4 2025, around October, November 2025, will be 189,000, roughly. 189,000 USD, okay? So that means from bottom to top, Bitcoin will have gone up, right? Roughly, okay, 12 to 13x. 189,000 USD is what I'm looking at for Q4 top in 2025. How did I come to this conclusion? Again, it's based on preliminary data. It's a rough estimate. It's not exact. I'm looking at that and I'm thinking, okay, give or take 20 or 30,000. That's honestly what I'm looking at. Give or take 20 and 30,000. So for the people who are saying, oh yeah, but what about diminishing returns, Wolf? You know, we only went up, for example, let's see how much we went up here. From the bottom in 2019 to the top in 2021, we went up 22x. So a 13x gain. It's diminishing returns, but maybe we'd see a little bit more diminishing returns. I'm saying it's a rough estimate. Could be 150K, could be 210. But realistically, that's the middle ground of the average. 189K Q4 2025 is the estimate. How did I come to that conclusion? I came to that conclusion from measuring the percentage gain from bottom to halving in 2016 and 2020. I then took those two numbers, which is 290% in 2016 and 210% in 2020. I calculated what the percentage decrease between those two numbers was, and I applied that same percentage decrease to the 2024 halving. So we can then come to the conclusion that from the bottom in 2022 to the halving in 2024, we would see a gain of around 53%. This would bring us at the halving on Bitcoin in around anywhere between March or to May 2024. It's not exact at this point. Between March and May 2024, we would be at 39,000 USD on Bitcoin. Okay, from March to May 2024, we will be at 39,000 USD on Bitcoin. And this comes into my prediction for the end of the year, mid 30Ks, could be low 30Ks, but ultimately from March to May 2024 at the next halving, we would be at 39,000 on Bitcoin. We can then take that further. We can take that number and we can say, okay, what has been the historical gain from halving to top? And this data point specifically is more valid than the previous one because we have 3 points of data rather than 2. So I measured the halving to top gain from 2012 to 2013, from 2016 to 2017, and from 2020 to 2021. I applied that same level of percentage decrease in the same format that I did from bottom to halving, right? I applied that, and we can speculate that from halving to top, okay, so from 39K, we would see a 384% increase in price. We can hence apply that to the number 39K, okay, and we can put that in, and we can say, just a small typo there. We can take that number at 39K, we can add 384%, and we can see that the price at the top would be 189K on Bitcoin. So what I've done, ultimately, just briefly summarizing what I've done, I've measured price points from bottom to halving, I've measured price points from halving to top, I've applied those price points together using an equivalent percentage decrease, comparing it to previous cycles, and I've come to the conclusion that Bitcoin will top out around, Q4, we're looking at probably October, November 2025, as per the 4-year cycle theory, at around 189K. Now, this is beautiful because what it does, and I know it's rough, okay, I'm aware of that, and I'm not claiming it for it to be an exact target, and it might change if the formula changes slightly. I'll update you guys. But what it is, it's beautiful because this goes to show how strong cyclical theory is. If we have a cyclical theory on Bitcoin that is continuously building in strength over and over again, over in time, we can make our price targets more and more concise as the years go on. Now, eventually, the 4-year cycle theory will probably be broken in a certain sense. Now, it's not broken. It can't be broken in a full sense of the word because the 4-year cycle theory will always exist due to the halving. It has to exist. But in terms of exact tops and exact bottoms at exact time frames, at exact price points, yeah, that will probably break eventually, just like all trends. But the point of the matter is this: you can never predict for a trend to end, okay? Because trends, they're your friend until it ends. Is literally one of the most famous quotes in the entire handbook of investing. The trend is your friend until it ends. I'm not going to be the guy who sits here and tells you that, oh yeah, this is going to be the time it breaks, like an idiot, when it's worked multiple times over and over and over again, and it's based on many, many strong factors that all of which are still valid, even in midst of the global, I guess you could say, I don't know if people want to call it recession so far or not, but it depends. It depends on your terminology. But the fact of the matter is, the economy is not in a good state. But the economy hasn't been in a good state for a long time, right? The economy wasn't in a good state in November 2021, and Bitcoin still topped out as per the 4-year cycle theory. It didn't top out with the S&P 500, okay? It topped out with the 4-year cycle theory. The S&P topped out 3 months later after a 40% drop down on Bitcoin, and it still bottomed out as per the 4-year cycle theory. And guess what? The deviation from Bitcoin between Bitcoin and the S&P 500 has increased since August. It's almost halved in correlation. So to act like now is going to be the time where it fails, yeah, I mean, you might have a point, but it's not logical to put on your eggs in that basket. What's logical is to trust the trend until there's evidence of it breaking. At this point, there's absolutely no evidence whatsoever that it's going to break. So I'm going to stick by it. So that's the target, guys, based on the 4-year cycle. Based on my interpretation of the 4-year cycle as well, some people might have slightly different targets. My target for 2025 Q4 top is 189,000 USD. Thank you very much for watching. Go ahead and sign up for the BitGet exchange. Like I said, that's the best way you can help the channel. Best way you can help yourself as well. 5 times lower fees in Binance, 15% trading fee discount for the rest of your life on the exchange. Sign up using my referral link. Check out the VIP group. We trade altcoins in there on a sub-daily basis. We're making mad profits as Bitcoin sits in this boring range. And ultimately, if you want to learn how to trade for yourself, you want to learn how to analyze charts and analyze markets, you can check out the Crypto Academy course, the Become a Trader 10-unit course, and you can become a trader, just as per the title of the course. 10 units, read the bio on the website, chuck us an email down here at the email link if you've got any questions. Thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed, guys, and I'll catch you in the next video. Cheers.